Hi everyone, I am going to react to the final episode of Demon Slayer, episode 26, New Mission. And last episode, Tanjiro went through his training, like flying colors. He's now doing the total concentration breathing, like all the time now. Seems like. We got a little backstory on Kanao. Yeah. Backstory on her and a little bit more on Shinobu and the older sister. Zenitsu and Inosuke are now also doing the training, right? And there's this demon that's killing somebody somewhere that this new mission is probably gonna be about. So yeah, that was last episode. And before we get into this one, if you guys have my reactions, please give it a thumbs up, please subscribe. Please consider supporting me on Patreon at patreon.com/freedomini, where you can find the full link for this reaction, early access, and polls and stuff. Okay. Let's get into this final episode. Here we go. Film adaptation. So does that mean that instead of like episodes, we're gonna get it like a movie? Is that what it means? Because it said film adaptation. They didn't say like season 2 confirmed or something like that. I don't know. Yo, the way this episode started with these lower 12s like summoned to this place that was getting controlled by was it a girl? Yeah, it was a girl that was playing this instrument, and it was turning around like, I feel like it was working the same way that the Suzumi demon in that mentioned. I feel like it was working the same way, because while she plays something, then something's gonna change about the environment that they were in. And I'm thinking that the Suzumi demon was also, he used to be a lower, he was probably a lower, but he was one of the Demon 12, right? Until he was replaced by somebody. I wonder if it was this girl that replaced him, because he and her, they basically have sort of like the same power set, but hers is maybe more powerful than his, and that's why they stripped him of his rank or whatever. I don't know. But then these demons just showed up, and when I saw Muzan in the beginning, I'm like, oh, this girl has the same eyes as Nezuko. And then he spoke, and I'm like, huh? It's a man? And it wasn't until the guy mentioned, oh, this is Muzan Kubisuji or whatever. I'm like, oh, so he was him. And then he just started killing them. Like, no matter what you said, he was getting killed, man. Because he felt like after Louis got killed, it's like, why y'all the lower demons, whatever, why you're so weak? That he said that those in the upper echelon they've been in the upper echelon for like however many years that they've been up there, and the lowers haven't even like tried to get up there. So it's like, I'm just gonna disassemble all of you. And then they came to this last guy, and I'm like, what are you gonna say? He's like, oh, this is such a dream come true, to be killed by Muzan. Thank you for keeping me last. I love hearing those cries of agony and whatever. I'm like, this guy is so like twisted. And clearly Muzan loved that. And then he pumped his blood into him, and it's like, okay, I love people like you. Now I'm gonna give you my blood. So your role is to kill the Hashira and then kill the Tanjiro, right? And then if you do that, then I'm gonna give you even more of my blood. That's assuming that you actually lived through this one. Clearly he lived through it, because by the end there, he was also on the train, right? The infinite train. Question is, was the girl that was playing, like that was manipulating whatever location they were in, was she also a lower or was she an upper? Because if that guy that Muzan gave his blood to at the end there, if he was one of the lower and he was the last one to be a lower, then that means that girl was an upper, right? But yeah, so this lower one that they're gonna be facing in the movie, I'm assuming. Then he's gonna be facing the flame demon. I keep getting worried, man. I know we haven't spent a lot of time with them, but like as he was leaving, and then Shinobu's like, "Be careful," and then Muzan gave this guy a lot more power, and then he's like, "Kill the Hashira," and so I'm like, "Yo." I'm afraid for him. I know Nezuko, Tanjiro, Zenitsu, and Inosuke. I'm pretty sure they're all gonna leave. So, yeah, we'll see. I love how he was saying goodbye to everybody. He went to those three. Did he go? Probably. Thank them and everything. Then he went to the girl that was taking care of them, Aoi, right? And she's like, she passed the final selection by luck and everything. And Tanjiro was like, that doesn't matter, and I'm gonna take you with me and everything. And she was happy with that. And then I love that scene with Kanao where Tanjiro was saying goodbye, and then she flipped the coin, and I'm like, I'm pretty sure I knew that the question she was asking herself, it was if she should speak or not. And she spoke, and told Tanjiro that he didn't need to thank her or anything, and that he just said farewell. Tanjiro asked him, like, well, what were you trying to do there with the coin and everything? And she explained it to him, and he's like, okay, you have to listen to the voice in your heart more, or anything, so something like that. And then he went there, and they started flipping. I'm like, I hope he's dead, because if he was still. But then that actually doesn't really matter, because he said even if he was still, that he was just gonna keep flipping until he gets the heads, She's gonna be listening to her heart more, I guess. I don't know. I'm also happy with that. Okay. What else? Zenitsu, as they were leaving, and the girls, they were like, try to respect girls. Oh my gosh, Zenitsu, he's love for girls, man. Mm-hmm. That scene with the train stuff, the way Tanjiro and Inosuke reacted to the train, and Inosuke was thinking that he was some kind of beast, whatever, the master of the land or something that he needed to defeat. And Tanjiro was like, you don't know that, maybe he was like a guardian deity or something of that. Only Zenitsu knew what it was. Like, that was so funny, because both of them, they lived, Inosuke lived in the mountains, right? And so he doesn't know anything about trains. And Tanjiro also lived like in the countryside, so he didn't know anything about trains either. So that scene right there was kind of funny. What else? Oh yeah, the guy with the face, the other guy that passed the final selection with the scar or whatever on the face, just like walked past. Tanjiro didn't even say anything. Clearly, I don't know what his deal is, but I'm pretty sure we're gonna know in the next season, because I'm pretty sure that's gonna be a next season. And Shinobu is the one that recommended Tanjiro and the others join the mission, the new mission. And she's like, with the flame dude, Rengoku son, since he's a flame Hashira, that he could probably help Tanjiro when it comes to the fire breathing thing. So there's that. And then Tanjiro is saying goodbye to Giyu, and Giyu's like, the only way you can take me is to do your job, and he just like disappeared. What else? I'm sort of like scrolling through really quickly. I love that they did this as sort of like not a recap, but yeah, those scenes with Tanjiro and Nezuko, like since the beginning, how she got turned and everything like that. I love that, and then they were doing that as they were playing the intro to the anime. This is probably gonna be the last time we hear the intro. I love this anime. I'm still not, like the gruesome stuff. Still don't want to look at them and everything. But I love like the story. I love all the characters, like those four: Nezuko, Tanjiro, Zenitsu, and Inosuke. Inosuke, I want him to take off his bald hat like more. Zenitsu, he really need to dial down him losing it like all the time. I love the relationship between Tanjiro and Nezuko. I just found that like really beautiful. The brotherly sisterly relationship. I love that. I still want to know what's the deal with like. Clearly something happened with an ancestor of Tanjiro and Muzan, because that ancestor of Tanjiro had the same earring thing, so that's probably why he's so obsessed with wanting Tanjiro dead. So I want to know what that's about. They also show this little backstory a little bit of Inosuke, of his mother, like sort of like getting rid of him, trying to protect him. So that's something also that I need to learn more about. What's the relationship between the master and Muzan? Is the master a demon in disguise? I don't know. I feel like he is. Just trying to think about the questions that I had during this anime. I can't remember all the questions, but I really I feel like I'm still upset about it. That Sabito's dead, man. Like, yo, he was just so cool to me. Like, the fact that they killed such a cool character. They killed him way before the season actualists. Like, he was dead before we knew he was dead. But like, yo, such a cool character that I really hate that he's dead, man. I hope we get to see him, I don't know, in some sort of spiritual form or something. I still want to know what's so special about Nezuko and Tanjiro. Why is Nezuko so different than the other demons, that she's able to control her bloodlust and everything? I want to know that as well. There are many mysteries in this that still need to get unraveled. So I love this season. Loved it. Thank you guys for watching Demon Slayer with me. And if you like all my reactions, please give it a thumbs up. Give them a thumbs up. Subscribe. Consider supporting my Patreon. And I look forward to seeing you all next Sunday for whatever anime is going to be replacing this one. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.